Okay, so welcome again to my channel, to my video. This is KARENPO, and we're finished reacting to the second album of BTS, which is the Are You Late 2. I just watched the outro, Love in School, and actually, this is the first, I think this is the first time they had this, to the vocal line to sing a song in the album, which is the outro. And it's also good that they use their what you call this, other titles in the outro, because they said the song, what you call this, Coffee. Jungkook actually said about coffee, and then also Jimin talk about if you rule the world. So that's also uh, the one thing I like about BTS. They've used this outro strong out outro song is actually they've used uh their other songs in this album, and also introducing the next album, which is the Skool Luv Affair, which is this ends at as a love song, the outro, Love in School. Hmm, this is what I like about BTS. They always have this. They always relate their songs in many things, you know. And then following the Skool Luv Affair, I've also listened to the intro with the Skool Luv Affair. Um, Actually, the RM's persona, he just used his part in this song, because Suga is the first one to sing in this intro, then J-Hope, and then RM. It's like a more of um, uh, they talk about what is love in this song, the Skool Luv Affair, but RM actually said that we should sing as BTS, you know. And then following it, I think it's the first song. Wait, I'm going to check it. Check it out. School Love Affair. Yes, Boy in Love. That's the next song of in the album, Boy in Love, and then the skit. Since I've heard Boy in Love before, we're not going to react to it. So we're going to Where You From. That's the second song in the album. But I've also watched the skit, which is also it's actually new to have this kind of uh, track in the album, the skit. Um, it's like more of they introducing um, in a unique kind of way back then, because usually they didn't put like this just a, you know, a track, just uh they talk about uh love, but actually not. They were just what you call this, they were just uh talking what will they talk about in this skit. So so now we're going to react to the next song, Where You from the album Skool Luv Affair. OMG, why so hot? Okay, okay. I don't know if this is correct, but in YouTube, I search from the word Where You From BTS, and then uh, there's no track leading up to that same name, but there's one, Where Did You Come From? I don't know if it's the same, but I think it is the same. It's the same meaning. So we're going to react to Where You From or Where Did You Come From. Okay.
가시나야 니는 어디서 왔노 까리 봉사만해 지금 어디로 가노 니는 몇 살이고 니가 내보다 누나야가 아이라고 극함내 까마 오바야 삭살나네 얼굴이 조막띠 해가리하네 살아다같이 새그랍게 생긴 갖고 좀에 반반하네 밤문나 까내기 치는 거 아니다 커피나 한 사발이 땡기가 커피는 게 하나 예쁜 코다 겁나게 이쁜
They use again the word coffee. I think they just referencing to the other songs from way back in the Are You Late to album.
바라만 보고 있어도 그냥 내가 다 기쁜 그 니는 어디서 왔건 이쁘장하게 생겼고 큐피드 화살로 내 맘을 폭비거리 부터 곱다 고와 너는 남정네들이 가도 질러버려 고와 누가 낚아채기 전에 얼른 들이대 손 봐버려야지 확 그냥 내가 먼저 깨물어 버려야지 어디에서 왔는지 내 이름을 써 있는지 넌 너무나도 궁금해
OMG, that line is so familiar. I don't know where did I hear this? Where did you come from? Will you tell me?
내 이름을 써 있는지 넌 너무나도 궁금해 나 정말 너무 궁금해 너 어디에서 왔는지 어디에서 왔는지 이름을 써 있는지 난 너무나도 궁금해 나 정말 너무 궁금해 너 어디에서 왔는지 이름을 써 있는지 난 너무나도 궁금해 나 정말 너무 궁금해 난 부산에서 넌 광주에서 왔지만 똑같아 우리 여기서 오래도 특히 제주도 해도 사랑을 하잖아 Oh yeah Oh yeah
Okay. Wait. I'm just processing this song. Okay. Wait. Actually, I forgot to react to the music of the track that I've been reacting. I'm just focusing on the meaning of the song. But actually, I first notice about the music, not the meaning, because Where You Come From is more of a, on the first verse to up to the first chorus, it's more of I don't know, I just thought of how they usually interact with their fans. And then RM, Sugas, and J-Hopes is more of a, they relate it into a relationship or having a romantic feelings for a girl. And then actually the beat that they've used in Where Did You Come From is something different from their other two albums, which is the Too Cool for School and then Are You Late Too. Because usually wait I'm going to this here again coffee. Because they didn't use any effects in coffee, And also, I think they remix Where Did You Come From. It's like more of a scratchy music than ordinary, what you call this? An ordinary love song. Like this, they use instruments. Then this, Where Did You Come From? Like and Coffee is the two songs that is romantic from the past two albums. Is it? Wait. If I Rule the World is also a love song. But they've approached If I Rule the World in a hip hop song. Then Where Did You Come From? Coffee and Like. It's more of a what you call this? A love song, a typical love song. But Where Did You Come From is they have this scratch song. So that's it. My reaction. So Where Did You Come From? As I've said, hearing this song, it's more of at the first verse, they relate it to how they interact with their fans. I guess they have these inspirations since they're single. Okay, so next is Tomorrow, which is I want to hear this. I want to know the meaning in hear this song Tomorrow. So we're going to hear it. Okay. So actually there's a quote in this song that I like. It's I forgot this. Jimin. Jimin sang that part. Okay. Oh, I guess it's not a it is not a what you call this, a mellow song, because they used a more of a faster beat in here. They've used a remix in, I don't know, they had added effects on V's voice here, and I can seem to hear the true voice of V in here. Okay, going back. I love this quote. Even if it breaks down, not this. Wait. Yes, because the dawn right before the sun rises is the darkest. I love this. Wait, so fast. 오늘은 어제가 되고 내일은 어제가 되어 내 등 뒤에 서 있네. 삶은 사라지는 게 아니라 삶은 오늘이 계속 행복해지고 독해지고 싶었는데 왜 자꾸 약해지기만 하지. 계속 나 어디로 가. 여기로 가고 저기로 가도 난 항상 여기로 와. 그래 흘러가긴 하겠지요.
누가 끝이긴 할까 미룰까.
So even if they've had this effect on V's voice, it actually turned out good in the song. Even if I can't hear V's voice.
꿈을 따라갈라 Breaker 부서진대도 Better 꿈을 따라갈라 Breaker 무너진대도 뒤로 달아나지만 never 이제 새벽이 가장 어두우니까 너는 나를 넌 지금의 널 절대로 잊지 마 지금 네가 어디서 있든 지어가는 것이 포기하지 마 알잖아 너무 멀어지지 마 멀어지지 마 tomorrow 너무 멀어지지 마 tomorrow.
Okay, actually, this is an inspirational song. It's more of not giving up, and then usually hope for the best tomorrow. OMG, they also use they always use the words moon, and then my favorite quote, which is there's always what you call this? I forgot it. Okay, I'm going back. On the chorus, like when the dark night passes, a bright morning will come. They always use that word on their other tracks. In their future tracks, they also use what you call this phrases in their previous songs, which I like it because they have the same, same word, but they have different meanings. They always relate to different things. And then it's just a hopeful song, that they said that what you feel now will be your greatest asset in the future. That's what they always said. So what you call this, Skool Luv Affair, that's after Just One Day. Just One Day is a romance song. I think first part of the song, which is the first one, 3, 4, 5 songs, it's all about love. But starting tomorrow, Cypher Part 2 and Spine Breaker, since I've heard Spine Breaker, they've also used the word breaker in the song tomorrow. Like in the chorus, breaker, follow your dream like breaker. I don't know what's the meaning of follow your dream like breaker. OMG. Is there anything explanation on this song? Wait. I think none, because this is a old song. Oh, they have. Oh, I'm so okay. Bookish Churi, thank you. I'm going to react to this. BTS Tomorrow lyrics and meaning explained. I love you, Bookish Churi. Thank you for having this explanation. Okay, because I can actually tomorrow actually has I think it has lot more meaning than just what I've said. Okay, so we're going to react to this. Thank you, Bukashuri, for having this video. So I can better understand this tomorrow BTS song. Okay. Wait. Okay.
Hello
This is
and
what I
welcome
like
back to
also about
Bookie's
Bukashuri.
Theories. In today's video, I would like to talk about
She always have this meme when you know explaining things, and also it's more of detailed. I don't know. I think the difference between DK TV, it's more of how I like how they explain the deeper meaning, since it's in Korean, so there's a lot of meaning behind this. But Bukishuri is more of a, what you call this, more of a research in a broad way, in a detailed way. I don't know. That's why I always if ever I'm not understanding a BTS song, I will always go to Bookish Trees or DK TV. So thank you for those two channels.
BTS's Tomorrow, focusing on a little breakdown and analysis of the lyrics and the meaning behind the song, and what the Socratic method has to do with all of that.
In about
Tomorrow is a very underrated track that deals
so and hit my bang plapping. OMG. Yes. Told you it's about hope.
with the feeling of hopelessness young people feel when thinking about
Despite it.
the future and the importance to keep going despite your difficulties. The song opens with Suga reflecting on how powerless you can feel when you fall into a routine you don't actually like. When you are a kid, you think you can accomplish anything, but as you become an adult, you gradually lose that confidence and fall into a loop that you feel trapped in. Whether you get into a dead-end job or you are unable to get one in the first place, this feeling is something that many people experience, especially when they are in their 20s.
Okay,
At this point of your life, there is usually a shift between dreaming about something and actually working for that dream to come true. But this change is often made difficult by the lack of control you have over your life and ambitions.
Yes.
This is because the real world is ruthless and you can get lost in it because you become part of a system that doesn't really
get this kind of memes, and I don't know where did she get these memes.
care about your aspirations.
Yes, Control
Suga
V,
here compares
Control
this
C.
feeling to a computer keyboard. When you get to the point of your life where the pressure of the real world keeps you from achieving your dreams, it feels like the control bit of your life is always in the process of being downloaded. This means that you lack
key in the keyboard. Okay.
the control you need in order to get the metaphorical keyboard to work. So you get stuck into a routine where instead of controlling your life, you actually copy and paste it in a
Control C and Control V. What? You studied technology. You studied technology. What are you thinking?
constant repetition of events. This is obviously a source of stress, disappointment, and frustration. You feel like screaming, but nobody is listening to you because the only sound that comes back is your own echo. When you get to this point, most people feel hopeless and only wish for better days to come. But in the song, the boys encourage you to keep going because you are strong enough to break this loop. Even if it's hard, even if your dreams break down and you break down with them, something good may come out of this change, and you should keep going without ever turning back. What you're experiencing right now may be the darkest moment of your life. But just like the night is darkest before dawn, better days are around the corner. As the lyrics
the realest lyrics. Okay.
Say you're just taking a break. The loop you're trapped in is just a temporary stop that does not affect the success of your journey. And this is why you should not give up. Instead of focusing on the struggle you're experiencing right now, you should think about it as something that actually helped you become the person that you want to be. And when you finally succeed, you should remember this moment as part of the journey that led you there. In the second verse, Aram talks about time as a cycle where past, present, and future merge together as we live through it. This concept is very similar to the one that BTS presented in their performance at the Mama 2019. But in the song, Aram uses the cyclical nature of
It's like going down up to my when she what you call this when she said about the connection to their Mama performance.
time
why
as
is
a way to
BTS
voice people's
always
mental state when they are in a moment of struggle.
my eyes is teary? Why? um um why they always use why they always relate things. It's like they always relate all their songs and all things that you've seen in the music video. OMG, that's why I like to know how BTS management think of these concepts, you know. It's like a, I don't know, hands up, hands up. How they thought of this through. I respect you, PD Name. PD Name, you are so genius.
In the lyrics, he wonders what's the point to keep going if the future will someday become past. He questions why he keeps going in circles and why instead of being happy and strong, he's getting weaker instead. This is a great way to represent what goes through people's minds when they're stuck in a routine they hate. Aram here is expressing the doubts of our generation. He is defining the difficulties and concerns of people going through hardships. And even if his verse seems a little bit bleak, I think that in this context it is completely intentional. What BTS are doing here is quite similar to the Socratic method, which is a technique used by Greek philosopher Socrates employed to stimulate critical thinking in the listener instead of straight up explaining the point as
this,
fact. The Socratic method is a thinking
remember
process based on dialogue
Socratic method. I've learned this.
and divided in several steps, some of which we can find in the song. The dialogues usually start with a student or acquaintance of Socrates describing an issue. Socrates then decides whether it is legit or not, and spoiler alert, most of the times it's not, and then proceeds to make a statement about it meant to gain the trust of his listener. At this point, he begins to explain his view on the matter, posing questions and demonstrating the validity of the other person's view. By the end, however, he manages to turn the argument around, thus demonstrating that the other person is wrong by offering the real solution to the problem. This method is as convoluted as it is effective, and if you look closely, something similar happens in the song as well. In Suga's verse, we learn what the problem is, the issue and topic of discussion. In the pre-chorus, we learn the perspective of the listener and their thesis, that is, that we should hope for better days to come. In Aram's lines, instead, he validates people's struggles and expresses the wrong way to approach the problem by posing rhetorical questions that make us think about it. And in Jayob's verse, we finally get to the real solution, which was already foreshadowed by the chorus. This is a healthy way to change our mindset because they don't force a solution on the listener right away. Their approach implies that they know what they are talking about and that they understand where you are coming from. So when we finally get to the
method in all of their what you call this albums, in their songs, they use Socratic method. You know, they can directly say to you that this, and You just have to, realize it for yourself.
The point of the song, the answer they provide feels natural and therefore easier to embrace. This approach seems to be confirmed by J-Hope's verse as well, which acknowledges what has been said until now and offers the final solution to people's struggles. In his lines, J-Hope says that the only way to actually break this loop is to keep going, to keep walking and not give up, because you are too young and you've seen too much to waste your time on worries. He then validates people's hopes by stating that the light will eventually come to end the night. But right at the end, he offers the real solution, which is agency. In order to break the loop, you should not just hope for better days, but actually become an active agent of your life, because
Turn
that's
up
the
your
only way
thumbs
to
in
turn
first
your
place
hope
so
into a
everyone can see. Okay.
reality. As you can see, this statement contradicts both the thesis stated in the pre-chorus and Aram's verse. But in doing so, J-Hope actually provides the answer you were looking for all along, while still respecting your
OMG,
struggle and
OMG.
acknowledging your
Thank you.
difficulties. So that's it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please think about liking and subscribing. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys.
I'm
I'll see you
sorry.
next time. Bye bye.
So, told you, there's a different, what you call this, there's another meaning to the song. This is what I love about BTS. There's something you've learned in their songs. It's not just a song. It actually has a meaning, a lesson in it. That's why Army forever. OMG. Okay, so we finish reacting to the Where You From and Tomorrow. And then the next reaction will be the Cypher Part 2 and then Jump. So finishing off this Skool Luv Affair album. I think how did they come up with these songs? Wait, intro. Oh, school, too cool for school. Too cool for school. I just want to check the interval of how they come up with this whole trilogy. Are you late? Are you? Oh, are you late to BTS? And then next is the Skool Luv Affair. You give me love. Okay, so actually, they released their Too Cool for School before the day of their debut, which is on June 12, 2013. And then next, the Are You Late To comes up to September. So June, July, August, September. 4 months. 4 months after their first album. And then September, October, November, December, January. It's 5 months. Skool Luv Affair is on February 12, 2014. 2 days before the Valentine's Day. I think they've also talked about this. How they can I don't know how they thought about this. Because this is a school trilogy, and how they've actually thought about what they talk about the first album, which is Too Cool for School, which is about the introducing themselves and having this school concept. And then Are You Late To comes up 4 months after the first album, which I think they thought about this continuing this the what you call this the school concept, which is Are You Late To is composed of uh, their answers to their haters, and also of a spirit of fighting of stereotypes and everything, and then coming off with us next album, School Love Affair, which is also what you call this also just before Valentine's. I think it's actually not a coincidence to come up with this album on a Valentine's month, and also having the name School Love Affair, and continue with their concept of school. You know, that's what I like. I want to know how the management will and what you call this thought about this, how they want to release their album. You know, that's why I love to work to be big hit. If ever big hit. I want to know how you come up with these concepts and everything. Mm-hmm. PD name is so genius. He hired so many what you call this talented persons, starting from the management, producers, the marketing, and also BTS. Salute to you, PD name. PD name, why are you not auditioning for a girls group? I okay, I know the background of it, because supposedly there's a female band, a female boy, what you call this, a female girl group that supposedly debut before BTS. Okay, I know that I research about this, so no complaint. I feel you. I feel you. So with this, I wrap up my reaction video to tomorrow, and then where did you come from? So I hope that you like this video and click that like button, and then also if you want to know more about my reaction videos, please subscribe to my channel, KARENPO, and then click the notification bell to know when I am going to release videos. So, this is it. Thank you for watching, and then I see you next reaction video, which is the wrap up of the school trilogy. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
무너진 데도